story of ecstatic fashion. Years and years ago, when I first came to the small, mysterious Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan, the one thing that really blew my mind, apart from the mountains and the sceneries and the monasteries, were the textiles. The incredible woven textiles done with traditional technique, done by women in their households, done by hands with their little fingers, and to create the most extraordinary fabric, to create the most extraordinary colors, to create the most incredible handmade pieces, which something we in Europe, in America, in the Western world have largely lost. Handmade, handcrafted fabric. It was then and there that I made my first attempt to take what traditionally is called a kira, which is a skirt or a full dress that Bhutanese women will wear in their daily routines. When I took a kira and created a dress which was more European in style, but still maintained the traditional attributes, and something that I thought would be useful the next time I come to Bhutan, just in case I wanted to sort of blend in but stay comfortable. What happened was quite extraordinary. I went to a flower festival, and I believe if I brought a live giraffe, I would not get as much attention. The amount of comments, mostly positive comments and encouragement I got for that very simple style of dress that I had made from a traditional kira was incredible. Then, I did a couple more models and more encouragement came, and finally, when it became a reoccurring pattern, I had to think to myself that maybe there was something more to the idea. Maybe taking traditional Bhutanese textiles and combining it with modern styles and combining it with the concepts of comfort, of wear, as well as, practicality and, of course, beauty, is something that has a future, because actually, why not? Bringing more color, and especially bringing more traditional, well-made, usually hand-dyed, hand-woven fabric to the Western market, whilst also creating export opportunities for women who weave in their houses in Bhutan could be a really good idea. So I experimented. Having done fashion design ages and ages ago, then forgotten about it for about a decade when I was too busy doing my gender and development work, I've experimented. I've experimented with kiras, I've created longer, shorter dresses, skirts, and they were beautiful, and the comments were positive, both in the West and back in the Himalayas, but, kiras being hand-woven fabric, they were not cheap. They were quite pricey. And so I thought further and thought, well, why not use parts of the kira? Why not use smaller elements like traditional woven belts and maybe combine them with something simpler? And that was the point at which the whole concept of ecstatic fashion as a brand was born. When I thought, well, okay, we'll take the kiras, we'll take the incredibly amazing and slightly more expensive fabric and do a couture line, and then do something slightly simpler, very feminine, long, beautiful, something that is flattering to a woman's shape, and enhance it with elements of exclusive woven accessories. That's how the Prêt-à-Porter line was born. Now, Prêt-à-Porter is something that I saw in India, because at that time also I moved to Delhi, and Delhi being the capital of textile production, India, being the place to sew, it seemed like a very logical thing, especially as I walked into a beautiful little workshop, which is owned by a mother and a daughter, and where I feel confident that it is a place I want to support, it is an enterprise I want to support, where the conditions feel to me that they are decent, that they are good, that they are, honoring of human dignity. And at the same time, where I could sew something that would be flattering, beautiful, simple, based on color therapy. So they are long, single-colored dresses which enhance a woman's line, and at the same time work with the principles of color, made of natural firm fabrics, but are very affordable. And that we enhance with multicolored, beautiful, handcrafted and rather exclusive accessories made from Bhutanese woven textiles. Now, that could have been enough, but at the same time, we traveled south to Rajasthan, the land of the kings, and in Udaipur specifically, which is also known as the Venice of India, I came upon something which I couldn't resist. I went to an antique fabric shop. Indian antique fabrics are something incredible. Something that is hard to describe. You have to see it, you have to touch it. Silken, incredibly lush, luxurious colors, designed with intricate patterns with metal fibers, with stones, with multicolored, extraordinary, intricate pattern work is incredible. Simply, in a word, incredible, lush, luxurious, gorgeous, beautiful, glorious. So having come across that, I thought, well, wow, you know, this we have to do something about. I have to use, it's just, I can't just walk by. And that's how our vintage line was created. So our vintage line are old pieces, which come predominantly from Rajasthan, which are mostly skirts and tops, and provide us with an opportunity to have a piece of that glorious, majestic past in our Western wardrobe. At the same time, the gorgeous vintage saris that I found, we offer both as fabric, from which you can actually order a dress and have it sewn by us or by someone of your own choosing, or we also make couture dresses out of saris. Usually they are pretty magnificent evening gowns, which we can offer you as a ready-made product. Therefore, as a result, this first dress that I had kind of accidentally sewn had made way for this incredible palette of both new and old, contemporary and evening lush and exotic wear, which I am hoping will allow Western women to enjoy the beauty, the intricacy, the colorfulness, the lush heritage of textile crafts of the East. So, welcome to Ecstatic Fashion.